Hi, I'm Peter Travers, and this is Popcorn, where we tell you what's going on at the movies. And there's a movie getting great reviews right now called Celeste and Jesse Forever, and it stars Rashida Jones opposite Andy Samberg from Saturday Night Live, doing, I think, a movie which is funny, but also a little serious, and he pulls it off. Well, we talked to Andy this year at the January Sundance Film Festival up at the Washington Schoolhouse Hotel, and Andy told us what it was like, well, to not be so funny all the time.
What the are you two doing?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
What do I mean? You two are not together. It's not normal, okay? You guys have been separated for 6 months. You're getting divorced, all right? And you spend every day together hanging out as if like it's no big deal. Guess what? It's weird.
Beth, I don't think this is the...
No, tell them what you think. Just
All right,
stick up
you
for
know what?
yourself.
Let's not play charades. It's weird.
There's no charades,
No charades?
being played here.
No charading?
No. We are separated and we're friends. You guys should be happy. We used to fight all the time. We don't anymore.
Yeah, you should be thrilled. You don't have to choose sides. It's the perfect breakup.
Yeah, everyone's cool.
Everyone is not cool.
Not cool.
No one is cool here. I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry.
Baby.
Beth.
Beth is so angry.
Ah, she is uber angry.
Yeah. This is too weird.
How did it that this particular movie was found and everybody from Redford and all his colleagues said, we must have Celeste and Jesse Forever?
I'm told that it's Redford's favorite film in years.
Heard that? It was
Yeah.
the buzz I'm hearing it on the shuttle.
Is that for sure?
Yeah,
Oh my
right,
goodness!
that
Wow.
was it.
I'm
yeah.
glad that it's confirmed. Rashida Jones, a good friend of mine, and her buddy Will McCormick wrote a script, and she sent it to me a couple of years ago, more just as a friend, being like, "Hey, we wrote this. Let me know what you think," because we were both writers, and she wanted input and stuff. And I read it, and I was like, "I really like it." And I really like the character of Jesse. Are you guys making it? What's going on with it? And she was like, oh yeah, we don't know what's happening with it, blah, blah, blah. But then it kind of came back around. And then, yeah, it came back up. I really was anxious to do another movie, and I hadn't read a lot of scripts I liked, so I kept bringing this one up to my agent. And we're at the same agency, so I was like, hey, will you ask Rashida's agent, like, what's up with it, and if she would ever want me, because we're friends, so I didn't want to put her on the spot. And then it sort of started rolling from there, and she was like, would you want to do it? And I was like, yes, I want to do it. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah, we would love you to.
Tell those poor benighted souls out there that don't know, that can't be with you and me today. What are they missing? What is this? What are you playing? Is there not a laugh in this?
There are laughs in it.
Okay.
The film starts with them, they're hanging out all the time, they're the best of friends, but you find out that they're separated and they don't know how to stop hanging out because they've always been best friends, and sort of the process of learning to pull apart from each other so they can like grow and have adult lives.
So how is this different? How was making this particular movie different than the movies you've done before?
I think
That's my last serious question.
I love it. I'd say the closest thing I've done to it, oddly, was I Love You Man, because that was a role that I played very straight and very real. Even though the traits of the character were not my own, I was speaking in my own normal, everyday speaking voice. I was not rapping, and I was not wearing a bird costume.
Is this your regular speaking voice now?
This is pretty much
Is this it?
Yeah. I mean, I mumble more maybe if I wasn't doing it, for you.
If there weren't cameras and,
Yeah.
and you would go, well, that's time.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, how's it going? Yeah. Which I do. I mumble a little bit in the film. So you know it's for real.
That is what makes Academy voters just sit up and take notice.
Like, you know who mumbled really well this year?
Well, take it though from the idea that you've always wanted it, you're friends with Rashida, you do this, and then you get on the set and do it.
Yeah, it was a new experience for me. I really enjoyed it, but it was weird to not be conscious the whole time of when are they gonna laugh? Like, what do I do to get a laugh in this moment? Like, where it'd be like, this scene is just having a conversation about that he's gonna go on a date, and there's no jokes in it. Be like, okay, so we're just gonna talk like we're normal people having this conversation, which is acting, but
It is. And
for
it
me,
sounds, but there's heartbreak in there. It sounds like these two people are meant to be together, but they're not.
Right.
Did you have models, other movies that were models for this? Were you looking at 500 Days of Summer or Way We Were and stuff like that?
Rashida and Will brought up When Harry Met Sally a lot, which is a movie I love also just because there is something real about it. There's big jokes in it and set pieces and, I'll have what she's having and all that kind of stuff. But there's also very real, honest moments between the two of them that are flawed and you're like, oh, he was kind of a jerk there, or she was wrong in what she did. And I always find that film becomes more interesting when the characters are flawed and more realistic. And this certainly has elements of that.
Is there a moment in this movie where you can look at you and be very satisfied with what you looked at, just in your own critical way about you?
Yes. I don't have any standard to live up to, which has been really freeing. Where they showed me a cut of it and it ended and I said, I didn't suck.
The whole cut of the movie was that. And here I was looking for just a moment. No, it's the whole movie.
I'd never done it before.
Andy Samberg does not suck for 1 second.
If I get anyone to review the film as he didn't suck at all, I'll be totally satisfied. Because going into it, that was a real possibility. When I do a comedy, I have so much experience with that I feel confident I'm going to find a way to not suck. But with this, it was a totally new experience. So for all I knew, it would be like, oh, I'm terrible at doing normal acting. You don't know till you try. And this was sort of learning on the fly.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Gosh, hopefully making movies and maybe still making albums with Keeve and Yorm. That would be my dream. Yeah.
Do you want to see yourself doing a very serious role, a role that's completely without humor?
I wouldn't say no to it outright because who knows, but I definitely am hoping I can make big comedy movies with big crazy laughs. That's why I started doing this and that's my goal. But some of my favorite comedians have done incredible dramatic work and I've been really into it. So
it could happen.
I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, even this movie already I did more dramatic than I ever thought I would, so who knows?
All right, we always end these in song. And in fact, from I Just Had Sex, you start that. It's like when something wonderful happens to you, you've got to sing it.
You got to sing it
You've
out.
just got to sing it.
Yeah.
So whatever's in your head, this is how I want to go out. I just want to hear it.
Okay. God, what's just a timeless hit? All right. Never gonna get it, 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 woo, 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 woo!
Perfect. Perfect. And now, what do you think is the face, I have to ask that at the end, of a critic watching your work on screen? Because you have so many fabulous expressions. And, if you were only a girl, you could have done Funny Girl when it was revived because she had 36 expressions. Sweetest pie to toughest love. But what does a critic look like watching you on screen?
God, I would imagine it's probably kind of like my mother's face when she watches me on screen, which is like... He's a nice boy. He's not always like this.
Thanks, you're such a nice boy. Really? Thank
you. Thanks, Mom.
Did that. Yeah. Well, that was fun. I'm taking the rest of the day off.
Last night I felt like somebody was rifling through my underwear drawer and I was watching and I couldn't stop them.